And we are live. Maybe. Should be. You guys give me the feedback. Let me know. Audio, video. How am I looking? How am I sounding? Michael, let me get the thumbs up, bruh. Follow as well. Yeah. Y'all didn't know I had the goons out there. You didn't know. Yeah. I'm sure everybody's enjoying the festivities, the All-Star Game weekend, you know? All right. I'm going to go ahead and I do see we have 35 in the live. It is good to have you guys. Glad you could stop by this evening. Those of you watching later on the replay crew, big shout out to you guys. Thank you for watching as well. If you could please like the live stream as you're coming in, do say hello to the SMT. I'll just go ahead and go through and get to the roll call here. We got Mike West is in the house. What's up, buddy, if you're still here? Raffy's got the wrench, y'alls. Be careful. He's got the big blue wrench. He will drop it. I've seen the damage. I've seen the collateral damage from the wrench. All right, Raffy, thanks for holding it down tonight. Ray's Mobile Carrier News. What's up, buddy? Glad you could be here. Big Bob's in the house. Big George is in the house. We doing a 4+ hour chat tonight? Doubt it. This old man can't hang for 4 hours, man. I feel like I did it once, but that's a one-off, bro. That ain't happening again. Cesar, the homie, is in the house. Appreciate you, buddy. Glad you could stop by tonight. All right, so we got Cesar. We got Scott. Scott's in the house. Raffy says Letitia James just gave up the fight. Yeah, she gave up the good fight. Yeah, it was so good that it wasn't really a fight. She did a terrible, horrible, and horrendous job. She should be embarrassed. Yeah, she's tripping. Yeah, I think at some point you know what time it is, so you wave the white flag, as they say. Oh, snap. I got people up in here. What is Mike laughing about? I got him. He's rolling. I don't even know what he's laughing about. I wish you guys could see it. I'd bring him in, man. Oh, my God. You better tell us what you're laughing about, bro. What's up, Lil Easy? Dweeb Master, what's up? I do have the goons waiting. They're ready to jump in here. Need for Sneed, you got it, bro. Broke boy VT. We're gonna help you get some money tonight. What's up, Jarrett? What's happening? Look good, sound good. Excellent. Thank you. Nelson is here. Tyler from TM Productions is in the house. Good to have you, bro. Gregory is in the house as well. Paul, Jay, thank you. JP, what it? 1+7 Pro is boss. Yes, indeed, sir. Roberto is here. What's happening, Paulie? We got JP in the house. All right, it jumped. Oh, God. Martin. Jared again. What else here? Mikey. Tim. Good to have you guys. Nikos or Nakos. I don't know. Hopefully I said it right. Michael's in the house. Thanks, man. Glad you're enjoying the show. Yeah, the fam is in the house. Oh, snap. Tito's here. Tito, you could jump on if you're available and you want to hang out with the boys. Everybody's going to be here. Nelson, we got you. Caleb, Omar, Obed, Empty Houston, Texas, dropping the super chats, flexing on them, and the floodgates open, bro. Thank you, sir. Appreciate the donation. It's good to have you, man. Thanks for being here this evening. I don't know if I got the J here. I don't know. It jumped real quick. Tim, Nelson, Michael. I don't know. Tom's here. Saw him. John Henry's in the house. John Dance, what up? All right. All right, let's do the quick little intro stuff, and then we'll get the boys in here. They're waiting in the back like some goons. All right, big shout out to the SMT Patreon community. Newest members, Romi, James, Alvin, and Eric. It is good to welcome you guys to the SMT Patreon page. Shout out to the SMT Wireless Report Podcast. We'll have a new episode tomorrow, actually. I'll be recording that and uploading that. So early access to the SMT patrons, but everybody else will get access later in the week. The SMT Twitter handle at @SneedTech. Big shout out to the second channel where all of these live stream podcasts gets archived. So get yourself subscribed and bell notify yourself so you know when these things do get archived over there. And of course, Megadon.net. The invite code is in the description box. Support me, support yourself. The only social media you will ever need. Take your social media security more seriously. No ads, no tracking, no algorithms. Megadon.net. And I think that's it for all of the extracurriculars. All right, so let's usher them in order. We got the bearded dragon himself.
Ahoy! I'd like to shout out the $2.99 sticker Jay Crusted. Fist bump.
Thanks, bro. Fist bump. Sneed knuckles. Give him dab. All right. Thanks, bro. Appreciate the super chat.
Ahoy, Robert.
Yeah. Oh, Robert's he's one of your people. He's a Coloridian. You know?
Denverite.
Denverite. And then we got the man, the homie, Carlos. What up, bruh?
Yo, what up, man?
Appreciate your your patience, you guys waiting on me while I get through all that nonsense, the intro stuff.
You got pizza guy showing up at some point, so
you get double cheese or triple cheese?
we got some sausage and mushroom.
Sausages.
Yes.
Ooh. Damn, you're making me hungry.
I would add I want to add Technoid, but he's not like currently in front of the camera, so I guess I'll wait on that.
Meister, you can say that without the first two words, and we won't censor you.
Oh God.
You can't be swearing in the chat. We'll stop you.
Yeah, keep it clean, please. This is a family affair. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, everybody loves fungus. Come on, Tom.
I love me some mushroom, man. Let me tell you.
I know, man. Yeah, living the shroom life.
Hey,
What's up,
man.
Sean? What up, buddy?
We co-evolved with mushrooms. We have some
It's true.
genetic compatibility, so they're good. And if we weren't able to digest fungus, we would not be humans.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I am in shock right now, bro. What kind of baloney? I'm about to cancel these fools too, dog.
Which fools?
Look at this shit. I just got done paying. Hold on. I'm gonna turn around, bro.
It's a little bright for your light mode, man.
There better be. It's getting canceled, baby. Look at that. I just got done paying the months in advance, and now they're saying I owe them $639 on top.
Who? Which company? Oh,
bruh. It's supposed to be 300. It's supposed 7 lines. It's supposed to be $350.
That's like. Are you paying? Hey, Carlos, are you paying their a portion of their property tax for whatever state that's incorporated in?
Bruh, I don't think I'm just paying the property tax. I think I'm paying part of the financial losses of AT&T.
Hey,
he's paying for Time Warner, bro.
You're offsetting Time Warner, DirecTV.
Jesus, bro. Like, look, I don't care about paying the money, but I'll pay it if I have that much amount of services, bro. I don't have that much amount of services, man.
No,
like,
you have
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah,
and it's supposed to be what, 40 bones a line, bro. 40 or 50 bones a line. So that tells
you should be in just a tad over 300, 320.
Yeah. You should get a detailed
and then I got insurance. I got insurance on it too. So on like a $45 like bundle insurance.
Right.
So I should be about like 360, 380. Let's just say 380.
Okay. You need a detailed bill to see what they're charging you extra for.
That's why I don't like this auto pay bull crap, bro. Even I've had this with It took me like 6 months to get this fixed with T-Mobile too, and then finally, like now it's been steady. But it's the fact that they force you on this auto pay crap and paperless crap, and then you don't see nothing until your card gets hit. And then you're wondering, how the hell am I 600? How was it 600 if it's supposed to be 380? You know, then you're wondering, like, how am I missing $200 out of my account?
Hey, I check my account every month, 10 days after the next period bill is generated, and it always meets expectation.
Well, yeah, now, I can't complain about T-Mobile, bro. Like, theirs has been on point. Verizon's has been on point. I never had it bill fluctuate like that, bro. Like, this is not
now
even,
that I think about it,
Sprint.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I've heard of people saying they've had problems with Verizon with billing. I haven't.
I never have.
Everybody has problems with AT&T. I've never seen somebody tell me no. Like, yeah, seriously.
My biggest issue with AT&T is billing from back in the day, just after their card singular. I still want credit for my nights and weekends.
Oh my god.
Hey, you know what, man? This is a thing I tested, bro. Like, I'm gonna be doing like a customer service like review thing, because I've been testing these customer services, bro, to their full potentials. And I'm gonna say, by far, dude, Sprint's the loosest, bro. Whoo!
The loosest?
Yeah, they'll just credit you whatever, you know.
When they hand you $392.64 of credit, bro, like, whoo, that's the loosest crediting department there is. Like, damn. I mean, AT&T gave me $220 on my next bill. You know, like, I've been testing them just to see how they are, you know.
All right, listen. We're gonna do something special. We're gonna do something special for Mikey. He's about to jump in here. I'm gonna do a special intro for him. All right. Up and coming. He's about to step in to the podcast live from Technoid. Michael R. Frasca III, the man, the myth, the legend. Bro, come on in.
Yo!
I see your bed.
We see your bed. We see the love shack.
Wow, we just get demonetized. Cut that music. We're gonna get demonetized.
I don't think he can hear us.
I know. I don't think he can hear us either, bro.
Don't worry.
No. All you gotta do is ask him for the name of the song, and all you gotta do is put it on the description, the artist and title, and you will not get demonetized.
Let's do it. That's what I'm talking about. That's an intro.
Hey, Mike. Everybody needs to know if that was copyrighted music.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
You still need to give us the title and the artist.
It is
so you can put it on the description.
I'll put you in the description. The song El Kukui, The Party Has Begun.
There you go. We gave him a shout out.
And also,
I'm really excited about that card, by the way.
We got an all-star game. We got an all-star game tonight. Bam Adebayo and Jimmy Butler. Been watching it all night.
Got the goons, bro.
I want to say one thing about T-Mobile. I'm still receiving a $40 data credit for my tablet line for no apparent reason.
Nice. I like credit errors like that. Beautiful.
Hey, how about free phones, bro? How about that?
Oh yeah, when I got those free phones, bro, like
I wouldn't mind free phones, but yeah, the $40 tablet data credit's nice. You should
crazy,
Mike, you should mute it pause the YouTube video so we don't hear Sneed talking or me talking or
yeah, you don't want to hear me talking, bro.
Not 3 times. So
bro, like this is crazy, bro. I can't believe seeing my bill like this.
Check something real fast.
Wow.
So Swiss cheese 7. I'm a long-term business customer. So
Pizza Goon, bro.
Nah, I'm one of the most polite customers they've ever encountered, apparently. Unless you get on my bad side, then I'm one of the most vindictive people you've ever encountered.
I haven't seen it yet, Pete.
Ooh, pizza. Be right back.
All right. Get you some pizza right about now.
All right, we'll bring him back when he's ready. Oh, Carlos too? All right. All right, Mike. So, not sure if you caught the videos earlier, but I had one. Okay, so I'll just do this for everybody that's coming in now. We got 96 in the live. Good to have you guys. If you could, please like the video as we get things going here. And if you're watching this on the replay, big shout out to you guys. Please like it as well. All right, so it's official. We have official word from the states that were leading the attempted block. States will not appeal the decision by Judge Victor Marrero of the Manhattan Federal Court. So not California,
but
not New York. Nobody will be appealing the decision. Essentially, what we have now at this point, the regulatory process is complete. Pretty much at this point, it's all systematic stuff. We just need final approval from the California State Public Utilities Commission. There's no precedence of them not making deals, so we expect it. No appeal from their state, so obviously they get whatever concessions and job commitments and build out network commitments they can. That'd be fine, whatever. An appeal really would have just further cemented just, like how idiotic the states would have looked. I mean, they've looked really bad up to this point. It would have gotten worse. I think now, people can start moving forward with their lives. T-Mobile integrating the Sprint network, those jobs kind of ramping up. The process is ramping up. I think even Sprint employees have a right to kind of start making plans. If they're not offered positions within the company or moving over to T-Mobile, they could at least give them the decency of, giving them a heads up of what they can do and see if there's options for them within the company or something like that. Give people a chance at transitioning, stuff like that. Consumer quality of network experience is going to be paramount this year and next year. So T-Mobile can go that way. And there's still a little bit of work to do. The Tooney Act with Judge Timothy Kelly, Washington, D.C. judge, he'll finalize his review of the concessions and divestitures of the deal. And then I think also in the case of, what we can expect moving forward from Dish, they can continue to start to kind of put together their plan, how they're going to, build their standalone 5G network, how they're going to set up their MVNO agreement. What are they going to do with Sprint in terms of sites, network sites and tower sites, infrastructure-wise? Obviously, there's Band 26 switching hands. So, and then Deutsche Telekom and SoftBank, they've got to kind of wrinkle out some details, apparently, because Deutsche Telekom wants a discount. SoftBank's like, no, we got a deal, So that's just got to kind of get ironed out. Early customer and network integration. We're going to see all of that here in the next few months. A lot of people are saying the end of March. Some people are saying April. It's going to be that like little week time frame. End of March, early April. Things will kind of finalize. I think this will be good for the economy in terms of just getting whatever needs to be terminated, whatever needs to be integrated. Things have to be moved and massaged. They can all do that. So I can see midsummer, full all-out network integration start. And in terms of like stores and all of that, all that stuff can happen. Also, I think Dish, they kind of need the most work if you think about it. Like T-Mobile and Sprint are both operational. Dish is a non-operative wireless company. So that being said, I think there's a lot for them to do. So this gives everybody a chance to get things going before 2021, because at that point, C-band auction will be done. Verizon and At&t will have their hands on their spectrum licenses, and they'll be ready to boost up 5G. So that puts them all on level playing ground. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy that this got done. If this would have gone on for another 3 months, T-Mobile is going to be at a huge disadvantage. This puts the new T-Mobile right on par to hit 2021 running. So I'm very, very happy with the timing of this. I actually put out a tweet today. It's a painful reminder as I was talking to somebody in one of my videos, a guy who's an employee of Sprint, and he said, I'm out of a job. And, you know, at that point, it was when it really kicked in. You know what I'm saying? That somebody was losing their job. So I felt for him. And I said, I'm really sorry that you're going to lose your job. I hope they're able to retain you or help you find another position within the new company, or you're able to rebound. But when it comes to corporations, bro, they don't care. And you're talking about the owner and like SoftBank owns Sprint. And they've made such poor business decisions dating all the way back 15 years. So, like, you know, what would have happened in the long term anyways? Like, how long was your job secure? You know, I thought about some of those things, but I did feel bad for him in that moment. And I wished him the best possible outcome. I said, I really hope you find something better, or at least good enough, you know, because who knows, family, you know, there's all these things, bro. So I felt really bad at that point. I tweeted, though, I hate mergers. I absolutely hate when companies consolidate. They become more powerful. You know, they become more, you know, when you think about like market share, they become less consumer friendly in that way.
Yeah.
But I thought about it. I was like, at the end of the day, in this case, bro, Sprint it wasn't getting done. So it's almost like we didn't have one anyways. So, but truth be told, bro, I hate mergers. But what were we supposed to do? What was our options at that point? What's up, Pete?
Like they say.
You need a minute, Pete? I can boot you out real quick.
It is.
You good? Pete, you good?
Yeah, I'm done eating for the moment.
Okay.
But setting on my insulin pump, I should wait about half an hour before I finish. So, that Sprint guy, was he
He worked in corporate sales.
And
So I'm guessing he was some form of a regional manager, possibly.
A lot of people, they're saying that there's going to be job losses before job creation. That's what I've been hearing too. A lot of job losses before creation.
Well, the question is, if in the period of time with the job losses, are there going to be more jobs cut under new T-Mobile than there would have been Sprint? Now, if they have like regional manager experience or higher, it wouldn't be too hard for them to find a different job. But if they're just a beginning sales rep, that would be quite a bit harder. Unless you know they were bad at their job anyway, then these things happen.
I mean, one of the things that's important to remember is how poorly the shares of Sprint's, you know, performances, like the value was so low. Like, who was really counting on their job? After you would watch like jobs over at, was it Overland Park?
Yep.
Like, everything has become greatly reduced at the company. So
heck,
it's not.
They got rid of, was it 3/4 of their corporate campus?
They did that reduction. They, you know, got rid of a lot. Some stores had already previously closed down.
There were some stores on skeleton crews that weren't even open for advertised hours. So
yeah. And same thing with Boost. The prepaid side was suffering. You know, it was a lot of, bro, the CEO, bro, their chief executive officer would not face his employees, bro. There were the last year and a half maybe of earnings, he didn't even meet with his people. He was sending out emails and letters. We commend you for working hard in these unstable and uncertain times. Here's the numbers for the quarter. He wouldn't even go in front of them. That's leadership, bro. That's you not even admitting that you're a part of a dumpster fire.
You know, the captain goes down with the ship, but it sounds like he's on a different boat. That boat has a hole in it. They're lucky that they're getting soldered to T-Mobile's side, so maybe an engineer from T-Mobile can spot weld a bottom in a dry dock.
I know for a fact that Carlos worked at a newspaper, so he's worked for, administrators, within the corporate type setting, where you have a lot of delegation going on. Pete, you've been a part of multiple businesses, I'm sure. And when things are unstable, you as an employee have to think to yourself, am I next? You're obligated to see that perspective, right? So anybody
that's
that
how it was every day.
Yeah, but like anybody should have known, if I have been an employee for Sprint and the ship has appeared to be sinking for this long, then that means I'm playing with house money at this point if I still have a job. You should have been making you should have been making plans for an exit.
I worked with a company that was unable to properly staff people to properly fulfill contractual obligations. And despite me doing decently well, completely alone on the floor, they were not able to meet quota. And despite me being decently well, they let me go because quota could not be met. So if you fill your obligations to whoever, even good people, performing people can be cut.
Sure.
Yeah. And like I'm saying, Sneed, like there's some people, bro, that are loyal like me, bro. I was loyal to that company, bro. As much as I hated that place, bro. I hated every day going there. Every day I dreaded even waking up, bro, just to go there. And I still show my loyalty for that long. There's some people just have that pride, of loyalty. And that's the thing, there's some employees there at Sprint that, they probably hated the company. They probably hated even going there. They're probably even rocking a T-Mobile phone, bro, or an At&t or Verizon. But they still show their loyalty to their job.
Sure.
Yeah, and I just actually found out just now. I just got a text from one of my friends that works in the mall center. They're actually closing the Sprint piece in the mall. There's like only one corner next to Macy's. There's a Sprint store, literally the smallest piece of property you can have. Little kiosk, and it's going away. The guy just confirmed it today, and it was
this a decision made pre or post suit getting dropped?
That I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to ask him.
I have a feeling it's pre.
I'm gonna say
if they're not.
Too.
Before you go into that, though, Michael, do preface it. If they're a little sensitive about losing their job, don't try to.
No. They're actually moving. The employees there are moving. They're moving to a different location. So that strip is actually just going away. They're not like losing their job. They're moving to a different location.
It was purely a business decision.
It was a business decision, yeah. But they're limiting. But now that the strip there's no Sprint, because usually there's an At&T store. Like all four carriers. I'm on Staten Island, so I can say it's Staten Island Mall. There's usually all four carriers. You have At&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and Sprint. Now you've got Sprint out of the picture, so now that's left in there is just the three. So I don't know.
Find a dish store over there.
Hey, who knows? Maybe that will be the dish store. But it was just funny that you guys were talking about it, and I figured let me ask my friend and see if it was confirmed or not, and then he said, yeah, we're moving. There's only one Sprint store left in the area where I live, because most of them have actually converted to Verizon stores. They're actually, I'm not even making this up.
How's Sprint service over there, by the way?
How is what? I'm sorry?
Sprint.
Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I don't know.
Is Verizon really good over there?
Yeah, there's very strong, especially further towards, you guys don't know my location. So further towards the outer bridge, when you're hitting close to New Jersey, the signal is usually stronger. But when you're closer to the Verrazano, it's not bad, but it sometimes could buffer on it.
Okay, I know where you're talking about, bro. There, like July.
Driving around there with T-Mobile, even like 5 years ago, will say one thing. Maps are fine, but the GPS needs to get better.
I agree. I use Google Maps, and I can't tell you how many times they've gone back and forth from offline to online to offline to online.
Oh, it's not even that. It's no, wait. You're telling me I'm on the wrong road.
Ooh, damn.
Not good. What's up, Artemis? What's up, Jess? Good to have you.
Somebody asked here, is it corporate or third party? Brad, could you rephrase the question? I'm not understanding.
I'm guessing they're saying, is it a corporate store or is it privately owned, like a reseller?
No, it's a corporate store. It's a corporate store.
Okay. Roy Reyes.
Speaking of which, I actually have something I want you guys.
Roy, expect around 2021, maybe before quarter 2.
Sam, I actually have something I want you guys to discuss. So I actually have some comment feed, actually a feed that I was interacting with. I want you guys to take your take. This was after the merger had passed through the judge. I actually want your opinions, all of you. I want you guys to input your thoughts. I didn't really respond because this person, whoever it is, I'm not going to give names, but you could probably find the comment. He obviously was very political heavy when he was writing his responses. But I want you guys to give me your thoughts if you think this is him still not being able to accept that this merger is happening, or maybe if he's telling some truth. So I wrote a comment 5 days ago and a response. Now the person, I'm not going to give his name away, but he wrote, "It is still not a done deal. The states will fight on California, has said they will, which means dead deal, and it's all about Trump supporting the merger." Somebody responded by saying, "Dead deal. You do realize appeal courts have to accept an appeal, right? No judge in their right mind would continue to let this," whatever he wrote, I think he wrote it wrong, "to be dragged out any longer." Then he responds by saying, "Yes, I think it is a dead deal. The reason is we have the DC judge review and then the California ruling. I go by the judge of you don't count your eggs until they hatch. Also, the states can appeal the ruling, and let's not forget the merger agreement lapsed in November 2019. So really, the deal is dead just based on that. But if the states appeal, T-Mobile will drag it out for a year to come." I don't know. This guy probably had a hard time typing this, but if the DC judge rejects the Dish buyout for Boost Mobile, they are also a dead deal. If California pulls the plug, which it has for Trump, it could be a dead deal. I think it's interesting to see what happens either way. Will Dish really be effective at a corporate player? If deal is rejected, will a cable company buy Sprint and make it the next big turnaround? Of course, this goes on and on and on, so I'm not going to read the rest. But the idea is that he's basically saying that this deal is still, in his view, a dead deal. And I disagree. I tried to respond, but he kept pounding me with a bunch of weird responses, so I just ended up just deleting them.
That sounds like somebody we know. And
I think you know who it is. So I want you guys to tell me the truth. I want you to tell me the truth, based on his argument that he's presenting, and basically what's going on, like this conversation. Because then he went back and forth with this one person. I love what the guy said. The guy at the end, when he responded, he's like, "Okay, I can't argue with ignorance." He's like, "My thought process is fully spot on and very logically thought out. It's all about the never Trumper states fighting Trump on everything." Okay, so
I'll give you my 2 cents on this right now. The Tooney Act review cannot kill it. It is only to make sure that the concessions that were originally proposed are viable now, since it's been so long since the proposal.
Facts.
The state of California Attorney General said they will not appeal the ruling.
Facts.
The Public Utility Commission will probably capitulate once the Tooney Act review is done and T-Mobile agrees to the new terms under that.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's dead.
Exactly. I don't know what he was saying.
The California Public Utilities Commission it's a technicality. It's something that just has to happen. There's no history of this happening where any state has declined to approve the merger, because here's what's going to happen. If they want to appeal the merger, they have to go to court. Court needs lawyers. That needs money. They're not doing that. It's never happened before. It's not going to happen now. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
If I remember correctly, the New York court they did was technically a federal court.
It was, yes.
Which means they only have one court to appeal to. And the Supreme Court has not heard merger appeals
Ever.
since 1972, where they said, don't give this to us. This is not constitutional law.
Bro, the only thing that can stop this merger is the pricing between the companies. That's it.
Yep.
It ain't stopping
Somebody
it.
says no. And that's the only
Carlos,
thing that can stop it.
It's like if you and me had a deal at let's say me and you came to an agreement for like $100 on something. And then I came back and said, you know what, Carlos, I found this thing online for 80, bro. You do 90. And then you're gonna say, no, we had a deal. It was 100. And then I go, oh, okay. You know,
look, that's okay. There's a difference between like that, and you're talking about cut in half.
Bro, that's unrealistic. That's I don't know. I don't believe that, bro. There's just no freaking way. Deutsche Telekom.
And then you got Charlie Ergens here trying to only offer $2 billion.
He's not, bro. He's got to be out of his mind, bro. It's not happening, bro. I could see him maybe.
Charlie screws everybody over, bro. Like even right now on Dish, like I told you, I have Dish Network, their TV service, bro. Like now I don't even got Fox Regional Sports channels, bro. Like they took all that shit off. And you could see there's tweets on there that Charlie Ergen said back in July of last year, bro, that he said, Fox Regional Sports will be a thing of the past with Dish or something like that. It was some quote like that. And then it happened just like 2 weeks ago. That's what I'm telling you. He's a dirty businessman. So what makes you think that he's not going to sit here and try to do some dirty moves, bro? Like he's always known for his dirty moves.
Yeah, but that's why, like, you take a look at the Tooney Act and you take a look at what the divestitures and the deals are in place, the concessions. It has to all be legitimately able to be regulated. There has to be heavy fines for whatever it is that they don't follow up on their end of the bargain, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Everything has to be enforceable. And then you let it ride, bro. Because right now, Dish has been hoarding spectrum and it's been unused. The FCC's pissed about that. There was a March deadline, bro. People forget. Dish's deadline is in 3 weeks.
Yep.
Like the original deadline to get a network deployed. So they have no bargaining power in this at all. They cannot go back and revisit this about what they're going to pay for Boost.
Oh, they're gonna
not happening,
they're
bro.
To follow through no matter what.
Yeah.
Carlos,
they got to follow through with.
Carlos said he lost Fox Sport. T-Vision got rid of my Fox local affiliate due to Sinclair Broadcast Group wanting to jack up the price $7. Which
Altered
an antenna.
Altered Tech brings up a good point. He says, do you think we'll get 5G for free for 3 years from T-Mobile right now? There's no extra charge. Let me tell you why T-Mobile doesn't charge for 5G. T-Mobile doesn't charge for 5G, and this is the honest to goodness truth, because their 5G is not a second alternative component or supplement to their network. It's their band 71. It's the same connection that people are using for LTE. There's nothing different about it. It's exactly the same frequency. And as they're deploying 600 megahertz, it's on as N71, it's on as regular 71. It doesn't matter. So there is no way they could upcharge for it. Even Verizon, the reason they upcharge is because they're literally plastering these little nodes all over city streetlights, and it costs a lot of money to do that. T-Mobile's still rolling out their low-band spectrum. You get what I'm saying?
Look, bro, everybody says, okay, they be dogging on Verizon, for their 5G. But at the end of the day, I think T-Mobile's is regional too, bro. Their 5G, their LTE's nationwide, but not their.
But their plan, but it's true. The T-Mobile plan is to be nationwide 5G. Like Verizon's plan is not to be nationwide 5G.
I do wish T-Mobile would undersell their 5G at the moment, since that pie is not baked yet, or that delicious layer cake.
Pete's got like desserts going on right now.
No. Neville calls it the layer cake. So,
yeah, he does.
Yeah, that layer cake is underbaked. Keep it in the oven.
Pete wants that triple layer chocolate cake. That's what he wants. That's what he's feeding
with
for
strawberry
right now.
ice cream, with strawberry frosting, man.
With strawberry frosting. Oh my god.
Oh man. But yeah, the merger isn't dead, and
no, it's not dead.
I've heard tickles that they're starting antenna development for T-Mobile Sprint signals being located in the same spot and deciding which towers are redundant or not already. But they're not going to act until final. They're not going to push that 5G button until they get the approval, but they turned on 5G in some pockets 2 weeks before they pushed the button.
Bob, Dish will not be bankrupt in a year. Dish is like what, 21 billion in debt?
Yeah.
Sprint's at 34 billion in debt, and they're not bankrupt.
Oh,
they're trying to refinance.
Yeah, they're selling junk bonds and whatnot. What's up, Aiden? What's happening, bro? I don't know. I to be honest with you, I think 5G helped some people. I think it hurt some people, like in the case of the Vegas market.
Yep.
It's
a double-edged sword.
It hurts.
All right, let's
there's a lot of markets that it still needs to be worked on, but it's where it works, it works. I can't say no on that. But to call it a nationwide scale, not yet.
No.
Like Pete said, let the cake bake a little while longer.
Update to the McLaren mentioned faster T-Mobile speeds with the new update. Went from 30 megs to 130 megs. I doubt that 100% because a software update to a phone does not add spectrum to a network.
Nope. Because I updated the McLaren, bro. Nope. I can. If anything, the upload is a little better. Like it's not as dead, but that's it. Other than that, that's it. I think maybe they didn't have the aggregation set right on the firmware for when it's connected to NR for the upload. But other than that, bro, it's still the same to me.
You could, if the spectrum is there and you can improve the aggregation, which they may have, you could get better speeds. But again,
Pete,
that's based on where you are.
All right, so this is a pretty good thing here. Let's take a look at what Maverick's got to say there. He says, someone addressed why aren't Dish mobile stores popping up with the merger ago. They need to get a head start now. Well, until the businesses are complete in terms of a merger, until business is completed, you got to keep in mind, like, what is that even going to look like in terms of the boost piece? You know, are they going to stay operational? Is there going to be a temporary shutdown? You know, they've got to serve those customers, so they've got to have a transition plan. There's no way they could have implemented the plan just yet. I mean, time frame. I mean, what, by summer, the latest?
Probably. I mean, you can't sign a lease until for a phone company until you're told you're a phone company.
Hey, Sneed, hold on. I was thinking about some. What if, let's say, Charlie, if SoftBank and Charlie Ergen decide to say, like, they can't come into coordinates with the money situation? What if they just take all that and put it on T-Mobile, and T-Mobile will agree to pay the higher price because now they're getting more of the customers and they're getting Band 26 on top of it, and then just have it all with them? What do you think? Maybe something like that could possibly happen, you think?
Look, here's what I know has happened in the last 2 years. So and this is why I say it's kind of like a tug of war. They're going to try to jockey for position in bargaining and try to keep, Sprint wants to give up the least amount. T-Mobile wants to get the best deal. Right. Mm-hmm. So here's what I know. Sprint's business has deteriorated. That reduces their value. market share has gone down a little bit, but they've spent more on the network. That's valuable. Okay. Also throw in the fact that Sprint's spectrum value has increased. So if the company has deteriorated, you get what I'm saying? The only asset that has deteriorated slightly is the market share. Mm-hmm. Because the prepaid market share that they lost only affects Dish. So if Charlie Ergen came out and said, I want $1 billion off, somehow, some way, I feel like that could actually be accepted by Sprint. But the deal that they're trying to get to cut on Sprint on the postpaid end and the merger in the traditional sense, to me, I don't think Sprint owes Deutsche Telekom anything. Because they signed the deal 2 years ago. If Massa's going to stand by it, T-Mobile has to stand by it too, because Massa could say, well, our spectrum's worth more now, while T-Mobile is saying, oh, your company's worth less now because you lost market share.
But their spectrum
this is what...
Go on, Carlos.
What people don't understand... I'm sorry about that, Pete. What people don't understand a lot is that, like you said, Sprint's Band 41, very valuable. You know why? Because they don't have to wait for the licensing to clear. It's cleared already. It's good to go. While you got the auction that's coming up, Q3, Q4 of this year for Band 43, now you got to wait up to 2 years for it to become clear. So guess who has the upper hand on Midband right now? Sprint. If they wanted to, they could put that in the auction, and they can get whatever they want for it because it's cleared, ready to roll out right now this very second.
I mean, you look at Sprint with their deployments of 5G. We have 8 to 10 markets on 2.5 by now, or coming up.
Yeah, we got 6 more markets coming up.
Yeah, that's nothing to shake a stick at. The new radio technology will work either way, no matter whose phones you're using, because new radio is only discriminative against frequency in the modem, not the infrastructure. So if your modem gets an R41, you're good. Doesn't matter if you're in a Sprint phone, T-Mobile phone, AT&T phone. If you have access to that, you can use an R41.
All I got to say, bro, is I'm just glad that this should accelerate some nationwide mid-band rollout for NR, and at least people will be able to use their Samsung Galaxy S20s. Michael, cue the intro. Samsung Galaxy S20, bro.
Oh, wait.
What do you say, man?
I didn't know we were transitioning that fast. I was about to say with your mid-band, but if you want to go that route, we can go that route. I just want to say real fast. I know I've been silent. I'm actually, I'm not really feeling too well. I'll talk to you later. But the mid-band rollout, honestly, is actually making a lot of progress here in New York. A lot of the LTE towers have actually been upgraded to LTE Plus, so advanced LTE. So now we're getting better speeds, better coverage. Where I go to college, the whole campus is pretty much like a nice hot spot. 5 bars. There's never a dead spot. Before, there was like 3, sometimes 1 bar indoor. Now it's 5 bars. So they're upgrading their mid-bands. I'm not sure about their lows. I'm not too savvy with that stuff. But I do know for a fact their mid-bands are getting a big boost in New York, especially on Staten Island, because it's just a rock. So it's nice to see that it's getting a lot more distribution. I do hope that the upgrades do make bigger impact, especially 5G, because I know 5G is still in the process of rolling out, and they really want to push this 5G. And I think that polishing the LTE Plus first to help distribute 5G is really more of the first step to go, because LTE Plus is advanced LTE, better speeds, better coverage, better capacity, etc. Now that's a proper transition into the S20, Sam. All right, but so what do you want to talk about the S20? Let me hear it. What you got?
All right, bro. Okay, so when people first see the price on that phone, it's like a price shock, bro. Like $1,000 to start, $1,100, $1,399. When you look at the Ultra, they're all 5G. 5G is standard. So the reason for that is actually it's not Samsung's choice. Samsung, if they're going to use a flagship level chipset, it has to have the Snapdragon 865,
and it needs to
and
work
5G is not an option. So everybody's pissed. that the new Samsung Galaxy S20s are going to be so expensive. But if you look at the price from last year, these phones are about $250 more. That means literally 5G is the only reason why these phones are so expensive.
Oh, no.
So it's Qualcomm's fault that we don't have an LTE only version, and it's Qualcomm's fault that we're having to pay $1,000 and better for these phones.
All right, let me clarify a couple things. Let's get a few things straight. Number one, there is an LTE version available. It is just not available in America because they don't want to release the LTE version. That's number one. Number two, the modems that Qualcomm are making are 5G standards, so there's no choice. They have to adopt it. It has to be used. So you're right once again. And number three, let's discuss this price shock because I want to call out a lot of people tonight. I really want to call out a lot of people. I don't care. You want to hit me? Hit me, bro. We can do this all night.
Call them out.
All right.
Call them out.
I'm gonna call out all you Samsung fanboys. I'm calling all y'all asses out. And excuse my language, but I know. I'm gonna go censor tonight. I know on my channel I don't give no. I'm gonna go censor tonight. I'm calling you Samsung fanboys. First of all, you ask for the top tier premium specs in a smartphone. You ask for a lot of things, and Samsung is basically giving you what you want. Now you want to turn your back and say, oh, you're being like Apple. Okay, let's take a look at the S20 compared to an iPhone. Does an iPhone 11 Pro versus the S20 right now have 120 hertz display? No. Does it have 8 gigabytes of RAM in the iPhone 11 Pro? Let's talk max. No. Does it have 5G standard? No. Does it have a triple camera setup that's better? No. Does it have, in my opinion, probably one of the best displays on the market right now? No. And let's top it all off. Does it have some of the best specs you can buy for a smartphone? No. Only thing iPhones have going for them is software support and their A-series chips. That's it. Now, you guys want to go out and say, oh, well, we want everything to be good. We want this. We want that. You know something? You guys want, but you're not willing to pay because talk is cheap and talk is free. When it comes to actually taking your money and paying for it, you know you're not going to buy it. So it's easy to say what you want because it's free. But when it comes to reality, you won't pay it. So that's one. Number two, let's talk about the S20. I'm not mad at the price point. I think it's fair. You're getting a lot in value. You're getting a lot in return. And in my opinion, that's the smartphone we've asked for. We want a standard 5G phone without the BS. You know, we don't want the LTE and then 5G. We want 5G standard. That's the way to go. And honestly, like, what are you people complaining about? Okay, I understand. There are mid-range.
Listen to us.
And I agree.
They did listen on the 5G being one phone for all carriers.
Exactly. Now, I hear your arguments. Oh, but there's no budget device. There's no backup. There's nothing for us to fall back on. I'm sorry, but didn't they just reduce the price of the S10e and the S10, S10 Plus, which, by the way, are only a year old?
Price. Yeah, they're like half the price.
And those are LTE. They have a headphone jack. I'm just saying it. So don't say they don't have things to fall back on. And if you look at their mid-range, there's even lower prices with good specs. And if you really want to go all the way up, they even have foldables. But that's another story. We're not going to talk about foldables.
All right, so let's call it like it is. Let's call it like it is then. They did price some people out, though.
I will agree with that. And I think the truth is this. Not everybody's going to be able to buy into this future right now. And I think, personally, I don't think a lot of people are going to buy this phone. That's fine, because this phone is basically setting the path for what's going to happen. Everything's going to be rolled out standard. Everything is going to take its place. You don't have to buy it. I'm telling you guys, you don't have to buy it. But honestly, if you look at what the phone is packing, and also it's being offered now saying 5G can be used unlocked with any carriers, which I have to see videos and I have to see tests. Carlos, I'm pointing to you, brother. You got to do that.
I got you.
I don't know if it's possible, but you've got to do it. But the point that I'm trying to make is this. This phone is not to be a phone that's a gimmick. This is a serious phone for what you pay. You want to get the best, you got to pay for the best. And they're giving you 5G out the box for low, mid, and high band, supposedly. We're going to have to wait and see. So if you're buying this phone, Sam, you said it best, you got to get it unlocked. If you have the money, you got to get it unlocked. You cannot be restricted to your carriers. That's number one. Number two, the phone itself. Let's talk about the actual phone, the price. Now, you're talking about outpriced. Okay. I agree. There is no way around it. The phone is definitely high for what you've seen. But it's not unusual. There are other phone companies that are pricing their phones at that price range and don't even give you half of what Samsung is giving you. Now, there is one smartphone maker that could change that later this year. I will save them for last, and I think you know where I'm going with this. But if you look on a bigger, like at the bigger picture, like what I'm trying to say is, yes, it is expensive, but what you're getting out of it is something that's equivalent to buying something almost as equivalent to a PC. Like, seriously, do we really need 16 gigabytes of RAM in a phone? Like, I'm just being honest. Do we really need that?
You don't need 16 gigs for most games.
Exactly. So the fact that they're putting in spec-like tech in a smartphone, in a compact size, rolling out national 5G with standard phone sets, and on top of that, I haven't even talked about the cameras. I haven't even talked about the displays. I'm talking about the technology. So all I'm going to say is this. If you think the phone is expensive and you think you can't afford it, you don't have to buy it. You don't have to. Nobody's putting a gun to your head and saying you have to buy it. You don't have to buy it.
Bro. No, this is what you do. If you're really complaining about the price, this is what, go get yourself an Obama phone.
Carlos, I love you, Carlos.
This is coming from a guy who just spent $3,000 on the Galaxy Z Flip and the Motorola Razini. All right, Carlos, chill out, bro.
Yeah, you got the money, so I'm waiting on you to flex for them tests. Now,
are you able to get the Exynos version in the US?
The Exynos? No, you're not able to get the Exynos.
That'll be the European version.
That is European.
So
now,
it will not be compatible with the US bands.
Nope. Honestly, the Exynos are far less superior than what they used to be. They used to be so much better. Now they're not even good anymore. Samsung did it on purpose.
Yeah, but if you could get the Exynos, you would have the 4G only with not the same heft as the 855, but...
Well, you're talking heft, so I mean, it's not even a big deal. Consumers don't even know the difference between Exynos and Qualcomm. They just go off of basically what the people in the store tell them. Most consumers don't think like us.
But I'm not a consumer.
Exactly, that's the difference. You're youth, Pete. I'm not saying anything wrong about you, but you are a more advanced person. You know more than anybody, like all of us. The difference is you're not the target market. The average consumers, the people that they're selling this stuff to, they're the ones that don't know anything, and they will buy into it. So the difference between you and everybody is everybody else is the target market. That's who they're going for, and they're going to bank off of it.
Technically, I'm not even a market since most of the stuff I test on I can solicit from vendors for free.
John, let me tell you something, John. It's okay if you don't agree, but I'm going to tell you right now, at least we got 3 championships. Miami Heat all day. And this man brought the first one.
And if you don't like it and you got to cry about it, go get yourself an Obama phone.
All right. Now let's talk about the one company that I was waiting to talk about. OnePlus. We all know OnePlus is going to come in here and they're going to do something different. Let's take a look at the OnePlus Pro 5G. 8 Pro. That phone was honestly priced reasonably for a 5G phone. Who remembers the number for that phone?
Are you talking about the McLaren?
McLaren, yes. Get the McLaren.
$899.
$899. Now, it's $100 less. So, it's not a big whoop. But if you look at what you're getting in there, it's about the same as an S20. Similar. Not exactly, but similar.
Oh, no, the S20 offers a lot more.
But now let's talk about what could OnePlus do to shake it up. If you're not satisfied with the price of the S20, even though I do think you're getting a lot, but if you're not satisfied and you want a phone, they're right behind Samsung. Honestly, they're right behind. And if you look at what they've done with their phones, they're giving you premium priced flagship phones for half the cost. And I think they're the ones that you're probably going to be more lenient towards. And honestly, I think that, the OnePlus 8 Pro will define that, and I think it's going to stand out. And, I have been wrong, but who knows? I'm just 19 years old, and I actually study this stuff.
I would say that part of that argument, like you look back at the device that sold at Sprint, Carlos, it was the OnePlus 7 Pro 5G, right? All right, so that phone was like, I think $840 from Sprint, and I think they had a promo on it. Yeah, so if they're probably going to come in around that price point again, as long as it's a 5G phone. It's going to have the 865. It's going to have, a 5G as a standard feature. Like what Maverick is saying, waterproofing, wireless charging, headphone jack. It offers actually a better package from the Samsung side. I would actually advise you to get an S20 over a OnePlus if the difference is going to be $150, but you're getting so much more out of the S20. And Samsung will give you security patches monthly. Obviously, the OnePlus traditionally has done a good job of updates with their OS stuff. And it's a more googly version of Android.
Yep.
But in my opinion, in using the Galaxy Note 10 Plus and the S10 Plus of last year, in my opinion, bro, the software on the Galaxies are pretty good now. I don't really feel like it bogs down. You've got 8 to 12 gigs of RAM anyways. It's not really going to bog down at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
Technoid, there's a discussion going on in the chat. You like those double shots of espresso?
Nope, no coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker. I actually drink tea, hot tea.
The homie's on life, bro.
You got to drink the hot tea if you want to have good peace in your body.
There you go.
What's that, Carlos?
What's that, Carlos?
Mikey, have you seen the flip? The Z flip?
I've seen it, and something I gotta say, I'm questioning that a little bit.
No, the
questioning a little bit.
Riggs video.
Yeah, I saw it. I'm questioning a little bit.
What's up, Tiny?
Dude, the Razini's damn screen when they did it with the lighter, when J-Rig did it with the lighter test, it never even lost a pixel.
Yeah,
but the Z Flip loses pixels with heat.
That's the question they're bringing up. Is that
but
really
Galaxies have lost from heat.
No, but there's the thing though. For years. He's arguing, and he did in the test. Samsung marketed with glass. They're saying ultra thin glass. He was able to pierce it at a level 3 on his scratch meter, and usually glass scratches, as you know, at a level 5 or 6 with, of course, the trademark deeper grooves at a level 7. But
and then your nail was even scratching it. His nail was scratching it, bro.
The question is Samsung using false advertising? Is this actually a thin piece of glass that's durable as a contact lens? Like, what exactly is this material? Carlos, I don't know if you're willing to put that test up to the risk, but if you have a glass tester, we would definitely appreciate you because, we cannot afford. So,
hey, Carlos, I'm already strapping, bro, for cash.
Oh man, he got 3 stacks in phones this week, bro.
Yeah. You should ask American Express if they will cover a scratch screen, even if you do it deliberately.
Oh yeah, they said it's $119 for the first year.
Ooh. Wow.
And it comes with the screen. It comes with the case too, which is pretty cool.
That's good. See, that's a nice thing when a company gives you accessories in a box. Like when you're paying that much money, they damn well.
But it's stick on though, bro.
Oh, it's
up, Sean.
Look. Right here on the corners, you could see where it has the. I can't show it that good. But it has the little blue tape.
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Here's what you guys are doing, bro. You're talking about phones that are like $1,500. You guys are buying Bentleys, bro. I bought the Altima, bro. I bought the BlackBerry. All right, I went with the BlackBerry Key 2 LE. This thing got the keyboard, bro. Got the headphone jack.
See?
Yeah, man.
I'm still rocking my Pixel 3 XL.
Dude, I can't wait to get that BlackBerry, man.
Yeah, I told the homie to send it out, bro. It should be coming your way this week.
I got a question for all of you. Question. What do you guys, and I want to hear your honest opinion. I covered this story today. I want to hear your thoughts. Sam, I'm very disappointed. I'm disappointed in you. You did not leave a comment, nor have you been following any of my videos, and I'm disappointed.
Bro, hold on. You know I watch all your videos. Don't be like that, bro.
Just messing with you.
Oh my God, bro. These false accusations. He's trying to assassinate my character, bro.
Let's go. But now, on a real note, though, I covered a story about how Apple is not using Qualcomm's antennas. They are doing, for whatever reason they believe is a design flaw. Me, personally, I believe they just don't want to use it because they want to build out their own modems, also with their own antenna sets. Question, if they do build their own antennas and they do start shipping them with the 12, do you think by any chance their antennas are going to be faulty working with the modem, or do you think that it might actually be good, in your opinion?
Wait, so they're not going to be using Qualcomm's modems?
No, they will be using the modems.
Oh, okay.
With their antenna system. They
But
don't
not their antenna.
They don't want to use their antennas because they claim it is not up to their design standards, which I think is a load of bull.
Okay, here's the truth. Here's what happened then. They don't look pretty enough. Okay, that's the bottom line. Something tells me it doesn't work into the aesthetic of the phone.
No. I'll tell you exactly what it is. If you put a different modem adapter on it, it makes it that much easier for you to be able to brick someone's phone when they try to replace it.
That's very possible, bro.
Possibility.
That's
100% why they're doing it. So you have an easier time bricking phones.
So when they pull off,
you get that call.
When they pull off the display or they move a ribbon cable and they accidentally rip an antenna, yeah,
gone.
And also, let's not forget bendy iPhones with bad antennas.
Oh, you could brick a phone with that now too.
That's all true, bro. That's all. Yeah, bro. If you disconnect the battery,
if you disconnect the battery,
have you seen the new rumors?
I've heard of them. I don't know if they're true. Let's hear the latest one. There's like one every day.
They're talking about it. Something about the keyboard projecting to a table or something like that.
Oh yeah, I heard of that.
So and then the screen projecting to the wall.
We're talking about an Apple rumor where when you plug it in, you have a 3% chance of bricking it.
And it's gonna be USB-C too. That's what they're saying. Like for sure, like they are gonna be moving towards USB-C.
Oh, 50% chance of bricking it if you don't use an OEM cable.
Ooh, so much for connectivity, Apple. Nah, but honestly, these rumors sometimes they come out of nowhere. Like, am I the only one? You know what? Yes, this is the tech version of Brady Bunch. You know what? My night was extremely crappy already.
Yeah, but bro, look, you got a lot of diversity up in here. You got pretty much every corner of the globe represented.
Oh yeah, we do absolutely. Anyway, so yeah, somebody commented. Robert says the EU wants Apple on USB-C. No, they don't want Apple. They are demanding because they've actually passed the parliament passed.
Yeah, but they signed that. They signed that one agreement back in 2009.
No, that was for Sid. No, this is now actually legitimately forcing. This was passed, basically meaning that they will now literally force the companies to adopt USB-C and make it standard. If they don't, there's some nitty-gritty in the detail, but now they're being forced, and that is what's crazy.
Some of the issues with not adopting C is a percentage of your EU profits.
Boy.
Hey, Mikey, I love the energy you're bringing tonight, bro. You brought a lot of life into this, man.
We're doing ADS. I'm not surprised, mother. Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of energy today, man.
Hey, listen, I tweeted out a picture of Nate Diaz. It was a GIF of him doing that Joe Rogan interview after the fight. Remember? All right. So the story leaks out that the merger was going to be, given the green light from Judge Rick Marrero, and that's what I tweeted out. I'm not surprised, bro. Bro, because like we've been going through every little step of this whole thing, and we saw the writing's been on the wall.
Oh yeah, agreed. The merger. Listen, I've been supporting the merger. You've been supporting the merger. Pete, I forgot at this point, and Carlos, I actually never knew. I never knew what you were going, but I think you're going with the merger.
I hate mergers, but I thought this one was reasonable.
Okay.
I hate them too, bro. But it needs to somehow something needs to happen.
Agreed. So I have a question. Let's say this merger finally goes through. It finally gets the approval. Yay, blah, blah, blah. Now comes the hard topic of actually making this thing go to work. Actually doing. It's all talk until action. Mm-hmm. So what do you think the first priority would be with this merger? Besides already, combining Sprint's assets and et cetera. What is the first priority in your opinion? What would their first priority be?
Man, how do they effectively transition customers from Sprint to T-Mobile? And then the other piece is what about the people running CDMA based phones? Like older phones that legit connect to CDMA primarily. Like there is that. Like I saw somebody with a 2014 phone the other day and it was in 3G like all the time. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, bro,
that's not going to fly.
Yeah, they're gonna like their device is not gonna get a network, so they're gonna have to buy new phones and stuff and get new devices.
Maybe they'll get a Trump phone, a phone subsidy for this.
Bro, like
underwritten by Halliburton and Nissan.
Ace Need, just like we talked about in JG's live the other day. You know, like, bro, they're gonna have to do like a smart SIM solution, so they can give it to the customers, get their
that'll be easier
unlocked, and then so they can work with both networks while they're integrating the network. So then, when you're in, so like let's say they decommission that T-Mobile tower, then you can put that. They could put them on the Sprint tower. Let's say the Sprint tower is the one that's active there while they're fixing that T-Mobile tower or whatever they're doing. At least so it connects vice versa to each other's network for now until it's all combined.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, doing it at a SIM card level makes a lot more sense because you insert a SIM, the phone picks it up. You know.
Exactly.
Sam, I actually want to answer a question real fast. Somebody wrote in the live chat. Truman wrote, "What do you think T-Mobile will do with the T-Vision and home internet speeds?" They've actually kind of laid out a ground plan for that. And the ground plan is once the merger happens, they will be using the 5G signals to help distribute home internet speeds by taking the signal from out there and bringing it into the home into some kind of weird modem-ish kind of. The tech it's on their website. You can look it up, TMobileHomeInternet.com. I'm pretty sure they're going to get that patent because any logical person would just take that and just use it. But the idea is it'll be 50 megabits starting internet speeds. They're in beta right now. As for T-Vision, that will also work hand-to-hand with their home internet. And hopefully, if everything works out the way they hope with this merger, they will be able to do a cheaper bundle. So you can get home internet and possibly even phone for a substantial price discount compared to what they're offering now.
I'm hoping with the T-Vision they do slim channel packs.
That's a good one.
Especially since some of the features of like mobile television watching will be included in the new TV broadcast standard. So people will not 100% need to get every single channel through their TV provider. There will be more options for it.
Mm-hmm.
So me being able to supplement the channels I don't get on T-Vision would be amazing.
Yeah.
I agree. And John,
if you come in with a skinny pack, like you were saying, Pete, you were talking about the skinny pack with T-Mobile with their TV package.
They can drop all locals.
They can.
Yeah. But what if they came in at like $19.99 for like 10 channels?
The bare minimum, pretty much.
Give us some news across the political spectrum, local sport.
Pick five.
Some Viacom.
You know, like, yeah, that would be cool.
It is a possibility, but we don't know what their game plan was with T-Vision. I know they wanted to disrupt the cable company. That was their whole logo, but it feels just like generic cable. I mean, I know Pete uses it.
It is generic cable, but I must say I've been paying the same price for 2.5 years. No changes whatsoever.
I would get the home internet. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, the home internet. I think the home internet will be a good way to kind of tie everything together nicely. Because if you get your home internet and you get your phone lines, which they're working on, and if you get this cable package, and like you just said, make something slimmer, but incorporate these little things. It will give good value for customers, but also you get them into the whole package array. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me buy me some Viacom. Let me buy me some Turner.
It's like a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Wait. Doesn't AT&T have Turner now?
Yeah, but Cartoon Network is still an okay channel.
You watch Cartoon Network?
Yeah, we all do. Everybody does.
Hey, I'm saying, you hear that, Mom? They still watch Cartoon.
and I'm 31.
I'm 36, bro.
Thank you, Pete. Thank you.
I'm the elder statesman.
Nah, but in all seriousness, though, T-Vision, I know we don't talk about it enough because there's not really much news on it. But
there's not much to say about it aside from certain markets are dropping local channels due to the companies wanting to charge more for their content that you can get free over the air.
Yeah, I agree with that. And you know something? I think it has potential to grow. T-Vision, the cable, I think it has a potential. But unfortunately, I don't think right now it would be. But with the 5G merger, that could be a game. But a lot of people are asking about the home internet. So, Sam, can we possibly talk about the home internet? Kind of give them a little
Sure.
more. I'll pull up.
So for Maverick, real quick, it will be running LTE. It'll be running over wireless airwaves. It will not be standalone fiber optic in terms of them running fiber to your house. It's going to be a wireless signal that's transmitted from the same towers that operate standard wireless service as LTE and 5G to devices. So
the benefits with their home internet also in their plan is there no data caps. It is all unlimited. So basically you will be getting as much internet speed as you possibly can use. There will be no hardware costs. They claim that their equipment will be basically standard. They're not going to charge you extra. Again, the no fees and taxes, hidden stuff, all included. And the starting price, if you're willing. Now, this is actually a beta program. So I advise people, if you're actually considering this, I would advise you not to do it because of two reasons, availability, and also you're being part of a beta program. Unless you're willing to give feedback, I'm not sure if this is a smart thing to go with.
TomTom did that and currently does not have service, but they put a hold and a rush order on upgrading his towers.
Exactly. So unless you're willing to go through those tasks, I would say wait till it rolls publicly. But if you are brave enough, it is $50 a month. $50 for 50 megabits? With
the end game probably going to be, the end game probably to be 100 plus.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's what their 5G they're banking on mostly, because once
and they'll upgrade your hardware. Like once 5G becomes available in terms of midband, they'll upgrade your hardware.
They upgrade the hardware. They'll send you an upgraded modem with a setup guide and a return box for your old stuff. No questions asked.
Yeah. So honestly, keep your eye out. I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to call you out, Sam. You keep your eye on that home internet.
No. I'm going to keep my eye on it because TomTom here chews my ear off about it.
You know what? That you're even better than Pete. You can cover the internet. But yeah, I think it's something to keep an eye on because there is a lot of potential here. And I think that's what people are missing with this merger. There is so much potential that they're missing. They want to focus so heavily on being a done deal, bringing politics, when you're missing things right in front of you that could happen if you give it a shot. Now, I agree, though, at the beginning you talked about job losses. That is a very tough thing to talk about because, you don't ever want to see people lose their jobs, especially with circumstances, family, and things. And if it is to be, it is to be, but sometimes it wasn't their fault. The company probably just sent them up to,
But in the grand scheme of things, if you think about new TV installation, infrastructure, same thing with the home internet, all the hardware that needs to be deployed, more customer care, more call centers, like the company itself is still operationally going to get larger. So it's not out of the realm of possibility to say that when it's all said and done, based on the massive network expansion they're going to do, based on the expansion of T-Vision and home internet, that eventually jobs will actually become at a surplus as opposed to a deficit. So I'm not going to subscribe to the fact that I'm going to acknowledge that jobs can be lost initially, but in the long term, a more sustainable company is something that I believe in, is just going to help more people in the long run. I'm just not going to look at it. How does it affect everybody right now in 2020? I have to look at it 21, 22. What are we saying in 2030 about T-Mobile? You know what I'm saying?
They might have a different name and they might be using taupe, not magenta.
Yeah, taupe.
Taupe!
Taupe.
Beach taupe.
Taupe. That's actually pretty catchy, taupe.
Taupe is white with specks of orange.
Is that what it is?
I think it is. It's kind of like a little
taupe.
It's a dot of orange for every 830 pixels of white.
Wait, so it's a multicolored color?
No. Now, mind you, for us to see white on an appliance, we need blue in the form of titanium dioxide.
So that way you could distinguish the colors?
Yes. So it is indeed a white, but it has an imperfection.
Taupe is a dark brown color between brown and gray?
What? Did you that?
That's Wikipedia.
Oh man, there was this Al Gore joke talking about the difference between cream and bone.
Oh my goodness.
Cream and bone?
Cream colored, which has a little bit of pink in it, and bone, which has a bit of light red.
Bro, it says here from color psychology, taupe is considered to be an intermediate shade between dark brown and gray, which shares similar attributes of both.
Let's go with that one. I'm not wiki.
Taupe does not describe a single color. Rather, it is used to describe a vast range of colors from dark tan to brownish gray. Taupe is a neutral hue.
Yeah, let's go with that. T-Mobile 2030 taupe.
2030, let's do it. Oh man. Yo, we've been at this for an hour and 20 minutes.
Bro, I'm starting to think that this maybe start to degenerate into a colors argument.
I'm starting to think my light was changing colors and everything's changing color. We're talking about taupes, we're talking about pink. Oh my goodness. I actually missed
Ricky's tripping right now. Ricky is tripping.
Ricky?
He's on a rampage, bro.
Ricky, what's happening, brother? What you doing?
Starlink going live 2020, full USA coverage in 2021.
Starlink.
Yep. So we're talking satellite home internet.
Could be satellite home internet. That already sounds so familiar.
But here's the thing. That works in some applications, and it's an option that a lot of people could use. I like the fact that the marketplace is opening up. You know, we're not just stuck to fiber. We're not. Yeah. Go ahead, Pete.
If we don't have competition, it may as well be state-run, because at least that way we're not paying to inflate shareholder values.
But it's also different products, Pete. It's not just the fact that it's the pricing. It's not just the competition. It's also...
We do need different products. If you have access to cable, good DSL, fiber, and good satellite internet, you're going to have good competition. But if you're only stuck with... Carlos is muted, by the way. But if you're only stuck with a cable company to get speeds above 50 megs a second, you're going to be paying out the nose for that.
Poor Carlos. I really to say, but
Carlos, no sound.
Text him.
Yeah, text him. But quickly, while we do this, let's cue the commercial.
No, we don't have a sponsor unless we got that mail company going.
John, your last comment. Uh-oh. Somebody salty? Salty, my man? Salty?
Oh, what is the next uncarrier move? Anyone care to speculate?
Accessories.
That's a good possibility. I'm gonna go. You know what? I actually don't know.
Got nothing?
I really can't think of anything because honestly, I don't know.
I want a paradigm shift, but they have not been hyping up their accessory line. So I'm thinking, since they're doing an accessory line, it's going to be, we're going to be giving accessories.
Accessories would be a good choice. I could see that. But if there's something that most people just hate that a carrier would do, what would it be? I mean, it's bad enough Virgin is already creating their own airlines, and now they're trying to do a cruise. What, T-Mobile's going to do a cruise now?
No, that's not on carrier. Oh, I know. They're going to go carbon negative in all their buildings.
Oh, absolutely. That way we can have a nice
love that.
Help work zone.
I love that idea. I wish, bro. I wish. Where is Carlos? Is Carlos in a casino?
He's at the casino. I think he said he was at Caesar's Palace. I think he was.
Carlos, all on 34 red.
Bro, take your life savings and put it all on black, bro. Go ahead.
Honestly, I gotta say, John, that is probably Sam. Look at John's prediction for the next uncarry move. I hate to say it, but I think that's gonna really be their next move. I their next uncarry move, John Ledger leaves T-Mobile. I think that's really good.
Hey, that might be a move, but
that's probably gonna be a move.
That's not an uncarrier move. That's getting rid of the guy who started the uncarrier.
Well, no,
the uncarrier. That's the original uncarrier moving.
No, but I can see how this works. You uncarrier the guy who started uncarrier, and then you uncarrier everything by basically just uncarrying something else. Okay, that was a tongue twister. You know what? Let's scratch that. But I mean, it makes sense because John's leaving, so this new guy that comes in is gonna have to, stand on his own 2 feet. He's gonna have to pretty much put it in the work, and he's gonna have to prove himself.
Oh yeah, I did bring up that free Quibi for T-Mobile customers. Maybe it
is it. Okay, can we get the pronunciation right? Is it Quibi?
What are you
Thank you, Nadim, for reminding me of that.
SMT Houston, Texas says the next uncarrier move is magenta leggings and spandex pants.
Hey, that's because over there said lingerie. I think you.
Hey,
let's go,
bro. Part of the reason why I'm on YouTube and I'm not on Instagram is because I don't look good in leggings, bro.
Oh, for crying out loud! Oh, Sammy,
bro, seriously.
Speaking of carriers, let's talk about RCS. We haven't talked about that in a while.
Oh, the messaging?
Yeah, so we actually have an update.
Why doesn't Carlos use it? Carlos, fix your volume so I can ask you why you're not using RCS.
He hears us, but we can't hear you, Carlos. We can't hear you. He said he's going to go back. All right. Update. Sorry, Carlos. But Microsoft has officially adopted Google RCS messaging. The way it'll work for the S20 by using their link to PC feature, allowing for RCS messaging, and will also be integrated later on for their foldable smartphone.
Nice, dude.
Any questions? Any reaction?
Good. I mean, I'm glad Windows is doing that, bro, so we get integration to desktops, right?
That's true, yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love it, bro.
The only problem is it is only for the S20 right now. Obviously, later on, software support and all that stuff. But RCS on a platform, I really don't understand what's going on with that. Apparently, the Google Duo that they're integrating into Samsung is supposed to work off of RCS by using like 5 megabits to send high-quality like video chats and things like that. So they are integrating some RCS features, but not the whole thing. So what's up with that?
So my Google Duo on my home mini pod uses 100% RCS.
Nice. All the chat features?
Yep. Except for the video because, it doesn't show anything.
Hey, you guys Carlos. Hear me now?
Yeah. You're finally on service with Verizon. Congratulations.
No, I'm actually using my my AT&T hotspot on my Verizon right now.
Bro, who's behind you, bro?
No, but the joke was
who's behind you?
Guy saying, "Can you hear me now?"
Oh, okay. I was like, I hope that person knows you and you know them, because I'm like, it's good.
Yeah, no, this is my turn around the camera.
Oh, speed test.
A little congested, slightly.
Congested.
That's
right now. I'm going to this comedy show, bro. It's a bunch of people here. The whole Coliseum is full. I think the Coliseum sits like 60,000 people.
Oh, how many devices did you bring with you?
I got all of them. Well, I don't got my T-Mobile shit on me. Because what's the point, bro? I already know it's not going to work in here.
Test AT&T and Sprint.
I don't even have Sprint on me. It's in the car.
All right, you got the AT&T, bro. Test them.
All I do have T-Mobile. Actually, I do have T-Mobile, but it's on this phone. I would have to stream on the other phone because it has the dual SIM. But here, AT&T.
It's all good, bro.
So
I'm too prepared.
So we still talking about RCS?
Go ahead with the RCS. Go ahead.
Carlos doesn't use RCS.
I do. I just have an iPhone.
That's disappointing.
I feel like we're more interested in the speed test.
No, go ahead with the RCS. Go ahead.
Like the RCS?
But I do have
the only
it on my other phone. I have it active.
Yeah, but let's get back to the RCS. So basically, the way that it's rolling out, Samsung is working backwards. They're starting with the S8, S9, and then they're doing God knows what else. But also, the carriers also are heavily involved as well, which is kind of really the reason why we're not going to see a full adoption.
Yeah, not good, bro.
I honestly don't understand because Google basically just opened up RCS.
This is free, unlicensed. Use it.
Exactly. And I don't understand why, because Samsung says they have their partnership using the license for RCS. It's basically Google standard license for RCS. They're not rolling it out in their app, but only for the S8 and S9. I actually found out my mother's S8, a phone that is 3 years old, just got RCS yesterday. She can use RCS. And Sam, I've sent you pictures. My friend's S9 has RCS.
I've been using RCS since November.
So
but not everybody uses it.
So my question is, why are they doing it backwards instead of forwards? Doesn't it make sense to use the most?
It's like Star Wars, bro. That's what it is.
Well, we got to go.
You get the 3 good ones in the beginning and the 6 missable ones.
The only thing about RCS that kind of sucks is that you have to confirm it and register. It's not like the iPhone where you just stick your SIM card. You can swap SIM cards in and it automatically registers your number for to iMessage. Man, excuse me.
Yeah,
buddy.
and then people get to judge. Then people get to judge you for not having the right bubble.
Shots fired.
Shots fired.
Knock this fool out, bro. Then you know how to say excuse me, man. I hate unpolite people, man.
Sorry.
Oh, this is great. Love it.
Tell the missus to keep you out of trouble tonight, Carlos.
It ain't happening.
Yeah, he had RCS on his Note 8, but then they took it off when they updated to the Android 9. I didn't even know that.
The what?
He said he had RCS on his Note 8, but then they took it off when they updated to Android 9.
Really?
So, Carlos, who are you listening to?
I ran into people that didn't have a phone number and only communicated through Facebook Messenger. That's true. I think overseas they do that.
Yeah, because Facebook Messenger is like close to an RCS enabled.
It's how they do all their browsing and stuff too, like how they use the internet.
Yeah.
So, Facebook Messenger, you can use it if you want me to track your location.
Yeah, I know. Facebook Messenger is stupid, bro. Like, that's a good way for people to find out where you're at and everything.
Yeah, but they'll give them free connectivity overseas, bro.
Yeah, that's why what you do. You do that text now, bro. What you do is have somebody here in the States set up a text now with a Sprint, like put the Sprint SIM card in and set it up for you. Then you ship them the phone, and then they just connect it on Wi-Fi, and there you go. You'll be getting free calls with text now on the Sprint network overseas. That's what a lot of people are doing.
I've enjoyed the T-Mobile Wi-Fi calling and text messaging overseas personally.
They're rolling out overseas texting later this month.
Yeah, but with T-Mobile, you only get the data and the text. If you do calls, it's 20 cents a minute.
Not if you're connected to Wi-Fi.
Exactly. But with the Sprint one, like, okay, let's say you're not connected under Wi-Fi. What you got to do is put the phone. What people are doing is putting a GPS, one of those GPS spoofers that spoofs the location, saying that you're in the States. So then when it does make the call out, like when you're not connected to Wi-Fi on the text now thing, you're still you're not getting charge the roaming fees or whatever. It'll think like you're in the States, and it'll connect the call through the cellular network of that country. It's weird how it works, but on Reddit, there's a bunch of people reporting that's what they're doing, and that's how they're cheating it and sending it to their family members overseas.
All right, guys, I don't mean to abruptly end the live, but I was supposed to be off at 10 o'clock. I've got some private obligations that I got to take care of. So I do appreciate you guys being on. Let me just kind of wrap things up here. It was a good time. We had everybody on it. We have the homie Technoid. He's here. All right, so please do subscribe to his channel. He's a friend of the show. He comes on the podcast occasionally. We were glad to have him tonight. Thanks for being here, Michael.
Thank you for having me, as always.
We got Pete. Pete joined us. Pete's been a friend of the show probably since like the first 100 or first 50. So he's an OG homie.
I remember I left a comment on one of your videos saying, "Good to see 50 subs."
I think I do remember that video, bro. And then Carlos down below. You guys know Carlos. He's basically a co-host at this point. He's pretty much here every time we go live. So I do thank the guys for being here. I want to thank all my moderators in the live. Thank you guys for taking care of business and getting rid of any potential problems and issues there.
I'd like to be a co-host, but I'm too busy.
Well, you basically were. You put your time in, bro.
Yeah.
You definitely put your time in.
You're a quadruple OG.
Hey, we're gonna have a special podcast when I can release publishable data.
Yeah, I'll host it, bro. I'll host it. We'll get it up there for sure.
Cell phone network security.
Thank you to everybody who provided a super chat. Thank you for everybody who provided a dancing pair, fist pumps, whatever they're doing these days. The kids with
Mr. Cross and Maverick and Houston.
Yeah, thank you guys for your generous donations and helping out with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you everybody for watching my videos. Thank you. If you could, please do like this video and share it. That helps tremendously. It gets the channel out there, hit the algorithm running. And there's Carlos flexing the foldable tech right there. But it was a good show, guys. Thank you again for being here. Maybe we'll do something this week, midweek, but for sure by Friday. So we'll see what the rest of the week looks like. And with that, I think we'll wrap it up. That's it. It is 10:10 in the PM for those watching in the live. Hope you have a good evening. And for those that are watching this on replay, thank you guys as well. That wraps it up. This is the SMT on behalf of Technoid, Pete, and Carlos. Thank you guys. We'll catch you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.